Crash landing. Commander Sarah Chen gritted her teeth as warning klaxons blared throughout her small scout ship. The vessel shuddered violently, systems failing one by one as it plummeted through the atmosphere of the uncharted alien world below. Come on, Sarah muttered, her fingers flying over the controls as she fought to stabilize the ship's descent. But it was no use. Whatever had disabled her engines was spreading through the ship's systems like a virus. As the lush green surface of the planet rushed up to meet her, Sarah had just enough time to brace for impact before everything went black. When Sarah regained consciousness, the first thing she noticed was the sweet alien scent filling her nostrils. Her eyes fluttered open to reveal a canopy of iridescent leaves above her, shimmering in hues of purple and blue. She was no longer in the wreckage of her ship, but lying on a bed of soft moss in the middle of a verdant jungle. "You're awake. Good." The melodic voice startled Sarah, and she turned her head to find its source. Her breath caught in her throat as she laid eyes on the most beautiful, and clearly alien, woman she had ever seen. The stranger's skin was a pale lavender, with intricate patterns swirling across her bare arms and face. Her eyes were large and almond-shaped, with irises that seemed to shift color like oil on water. What are you?" Sarah managed to croak out, her voice hoarse. The alien woman smiled, revealing teeth that were just a bit too sharp to be human. "My name is Zira, and I suppose you could say I'm your rescuer. I found you unconscious in the wreckage of your vessel and brought you here to safety." Sarah tried to sit up, but a wave of dizziness forced her back down. "My ship, how bad is it?" Zira's expression turned sympathetic. "I'm afraid it's beyond repair. The crash was quite spectacular." A cold knot of dread formed in Sarah's stomach. She was stranded on an alien world, with no way to contact Earth or the rest of her expedition. "How long was I out?" 3 cycles of the twin suns," Zira replied. "I was beginning to worry you might never wake." Sarah closed her eyes, fighting back a wave of panic. When she opened them again, she found Zira studying her with open curiosity. "You're not like the others," Zira said softly. "Your kind has never come this far before." "Others?" Sarah's brow furrowed in confusion. "You mean there are more humans here?" Zira shook her head. "Not humans. The Watchers. My people. We've observed your kind from afar for centuries, but this is the first time one of you has actually reached our world." Sarah's mind reeled at the implications. An advanced alien civilization that had been secretly observing humanity. It was simultaneously thrilling and terrifying. "Why haven't you made contact before now?" Zira's gaze grew distant. "It is complicated. There are rules, protocols. We are not supposed to interfere with developing species." "But you saved me," Sarah pointed out. A small smile played at Zira's lips. "Yes, I suppose I did break protocol, didn't I? But I couldn't simply let you die." Sarah managed to push herself up to a sitting position, taking in her surroundings. The jungle around them was like nothing she had ever seen on Earth. Plants with crystalline leaves that chimed softly in the breeze, flowers that pulsed with bioluminescence, and in the distance, what looked like trees floating serenely above the ground. "This place is incredible," Sarah breathed. "Welcome to Eden," Zira said, a note of pride in her voice. "It's been my home for many cycles now." Sarah turned back to the alien woman, 1,000 questions burning on her tongue. But before she could voice any of them, a distant roar echoed through the jungle, sending a shiver down her spine. Zira was on her feet in an instant, her body tense. "We need to move. Now, the sound of your crash has drawn predators." As if on cue, the undergrowth nearby rustled ominously. Sarah scrambled to her feet, adrenaline overriding her lingering dizziness. "What kind of predators?" Zira grabbed Sarah's hand, pulling her along as she began to run. "The kind that would find a human a very interesting meal. Come on." They sprinted through the alien jungle, Sarah struggling to keep up with Zira's graceful movements. The alien woman seemed to know exactly where to step, effortlessly avoiding hidden pitfalls and thorny vegetation. Behind them, Sarah could hear the sounds of pursuit growing closer. Just when Sarah thought her legs would give out, Zira pulled her into a hidden cave entrance, concealed behind a curtain of luminous vines. They pressed themselves against the cool stone wall, breathing heavily as the sounds of their pursuers passed by outside. As the danger faded, Sarah became acutely aware of how close she was to Zira, the alien woman's body warm against her side. Their eyes met in the dim light of the cave, and Sarah felt a jolt of something passed between them. "Thank you," Sarah whispered, "for saving me, again." Zira's lips curved into a smile that made Sarah's heart skip a beat. "You're welcome. Though I have a feeling this is just the beginning of our adventures together, Sarah Chen." As they caught their breath in the safety of the cave, Sarah's mind raced with the possibilities and dangers that lay ahead. She was trapped on an alien world, cut off from everything she knew. But as she looked at Zira, she felt a spark of hope. Whatever challenges this strange new world held, at least she wouldn't have to face them alone. Little did Sarah know that her crash landing on Eden was about to set in motion a chain of events that would change not just her life, but the fate of two civilizations. As the twin suns set on her first day on this alien paradise, Sarah Chen stood on the precipice of an adventure beyond her wildest dreams. Secrets of Eden. As the alien suns rose over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of lavender and gold, Sarah Chen emerged from the hidden cave, her human eyes wide with wonder. Beside her, Zira moved with the fluid grace of a being perfectly adapted to this world. "Welcome to your first full day on Eden," Zira said, a hint of excitement in her melodic voice. "Are you ready to explore?" Sarah nodded, her scientist's curiosity overriding any lingering fear. "More than ready. But first I need to know, why did you really save me, Zira? Won't you get in trouble with your people?" Zira's iridescent eyes seemed to shimmer with emotion. "Perhaps, but there's something you need to understand about Eden and why we're here. Come, I'll show you." As they trekked through the alien jungle, Sarah marveled at the impossible life forms surrounding them. Floating jellyfish-like creatures drifted between the trees, their tendrils collecting pollen from giant, fractal flowers. In a nearby stream, fish with transparent bodies revealed complex inner workings that looked more mechanical than organic. "This isn't a natural world, is it?" Sarah asked, her scientific mind racing to comprehend what she was seeing. Zira shook her head. "Eden is an experiment, a testing ground created by my people, the architects. We've been shaping this world for millennia, pushing the boundaries of what's biologically possible." They crested a hill, and Sarah gasped at the vista before her. In the valley below stood a massive structure that seemed to defy physics, a spiraling tower of living crystal and pulsing energy, surrounded by a city that blended seamlessly with the jungle. "The Nexus," Zira explained, "the heart of our operations on Eden, and the reason I broke protocol to save you." As they approached the breathtaking alien metropolis, Zira's expression grew serious. "Sarah, my people have been watching humanity for centuries, studying your potential. Some believe you're too dangerous, too unpredictable to join the galactic community. Others, like me, see something special in your kind. Your adaptability, your creativity, your capacity for both destruction and incredible acts of love." They reached the base of the crystal tower, and a hidden door shimmed into existence. Zira placed her hand on a glowing panel, and the door slid open with a soft hum. "I saved you because I believe you can help us," Zira continued as they entered. "Eden is dying, Sarah. The very experiments that made it a marvel are now threatening to tear it apart. We need a fresh perspective, a human perspective, to save it." Sarah's mind reeled at the implications. "But I'm just one person. How can I possibly help with something of this scale?" Zira led her into a vast chamber, filled with holographic displays and pulsing biotech interfaces. "Because you're not bound by our preconceptions, our rigid way of thinking. Already, your presence here is changing things. Look." She gestured to a display showing a real-time map of Eden. Spreading out from the point of Sarah's crash landing was a web of glowing lines, like roots spreading through soil. The planet is reacting to your human DNA, incorporating it into its systems. It's never done anything like this before, Zira explained, wonder in her voice. You're a catalyst, Sarah, a key that might unlock Eden's salvation. As Sarah absorbed this staggering information, alarms suddenly blared throughout the Nexus. The holographic displays flickered, showing a massive energy surge approaching from orbit. No, Zero whispered, her face pale. They're here, the Purifiers. Who are the Purifiers? Sarah asked, dread pooling in her stomach. A faction of my people who believe Eden, and any worlds touched by outside influence, must be cleansed. They see you as a contaminant, Sarah, and they'll stop at nothing to purge you from this world. The crystal walls of the Nexus trembled as the first wave of energy weapons struck Eden's defenses. Sarah met Zira's gaze, determination replacing fear. Then we'll just have to prove them wrong, Sarah said, a mind already racing with possibilities. You said you needed a human perspective. Well, you've got one. Let's save Eden together. As sirens wailed, and the planet itself seemed to tremble beneath their feet, Sarah and Zira stood side by side, an unlikely alliance of human and alien facing an impossible threat. The battle for Eden, and perhaps the future of human-alien relations, was about to begin. Little did they know that their growing bond would not only challenge the Purifiers, but shake the very foundations of both their civilizations. As the skies of Eden burned with the fires of invasion, a new chapter in the galaxy's history was about to be written, one where humanity's potential would be put to the ultimate test, the awakening of Eden. As the Purifiers' assault rained down from the skies, Sarah Chen felt a surge of determination coursing through her veins. She turned to Zira, her mind already formulating a plan. You said Eden is reacting to my DNA, right? What if we could use that connection to boost the planet's defenses? Zira's iridescent eyes widened with realization. Brilliant, but it's never been attempted before. The risks are worth taking, Sarah finished. Now, show me how to interface with Eden's systems. What followed was a frenetic rush of activity. Zira guided Sarah through the Nexus's bio-neural interfaces, teaching how to connect with Eden's vast, living network. As Sarah's consciousness merged with the planet's, she was overwhelmed by the sheer complexity and beauty of its systems. Focus, Sarah, Zira's voice echoed in her mind. Find the planet's core consciousness. Sarah pushed deeper, navigating through layers of data and living energy. Suddenly, she felt it, a vast, ancient presence that seemed to enfold her very being. Eden, Sarah whispered in awe. I'm here to help. The response was immediate and electrifying. Eden's consciousness surged through Sarah, filling her with primordial power. She gasped, her body glowing with bioluminescent energy as she became a conduit between human ingenuity and alien technology. Outside the Nexus, the results were spectacular. The very landscape of Eden began to shift and transform. Massive trees uprooted themselves, forming living shields against the Purifier's energy weapons. Crystalline flowers bloomed across the planet's surface, creating a web of energy that deflected orbital strikes. In orbit, the Purifier fleet found themselves suddenly entangled in giant, spaceborne vines that seemed to materialize out of nowhere. Their weapons were absorbed and redirected by fields of cosmic pollen that glittered like stardust. Back in the Nexus, Zira watched in amazement as Sarah, glowing with ethereal light, directed Eden's defenses with instinctive ease. Incredible, she breathed. She's done in minutes what we couldn't achieve in centuries. But the strain on Sarah was immense. Blood trickled from her nose as she struggled to maintain the connection. Can't hold it much longer, she gasped. Just as Sarah thought she would be overwhelmed, she felt Zira's cool hand on her forehead. Let me help, the alien woman said softly. Together. Zira joined her consciousness with Sarah's, and suddenly the burden was shared. Human and alien, working in perfect synchronicity to defend their adopted home. In space, the Purifier fleet found themselves outmatched by Eden's living defenses. Their rigid tactics were no match for the unpredictable, adaptive strategies born from the merger of human creativity and alien technology. As the last Purifier ship retreated, Sarah and Zira gently disconnected from Eden's systems. They collapsed into each other's arms, exhausted but triumphant. "We did it," Sarah said weakly, a smile playing on her lips. Zira nodded, her expression a mix of awe and something deeper. "You did it, Sarah. You've changed everything." As they held each other, basking in their victory, neither noticed the subtle changes taking place around them. The walls of the Nexus pulsed with new life, and outside, Eden's landscape had been transformed into something even more wondrous and alien. But the greatest change was within them. The bond forged in the heat of battle had awakened something ancient and powerful, a connection that transcended species and space itself. As the twin sons of Eden set on their victory, Sarah and Zira stood at the threshold of a new era. The Purifiers had been defeated, but greater challenges and wonders lay ahead. The true awakening of Eden and the dawn of a new galactic civilization was just beginning. Little did they know that their actions had sent ripples across the cosmos, catching the attention of forces beyond their imagination. As they looked to the star-filled sky, neither Sarah nor Zira could have guessed at the cosmic destiny that now awaited them, a destiny that would redefine the very nature of life in the universe. Cosmic evolution. The days following the Purifier's defeat were a whirlwind of discovery and transformation. Sarah and Zira found themselves at the center of a rapidly changing Eden, as the planet continued to evolve in response to their unprecedented union. "Look at this, Sarah," Zira exclaimed, gesturing to a holographic display in the Nexus. "Eden's biodiversity has increased by 200% overnight. We're seeing entirely new species emerging." Sarah studied the readings, her scientific mind racing. "It's not just new species, Zira. These life forms, they're like nothing we've ever seen before. They're hybrids of Earth and architect biology." Indeed, the jungles of Eden now teemed with creatures that defied conventional classification. Bioluminescent butterflies with wings of living crystal fluttered among flowers that sang haunting melodies. In the oceans, schools of fish with fractal patterns swam alongside cephalopods that could manipulate gravity. But the changes weren't limited to flora and fauna. Sarah and Zira themselves were evolving, their bodies and minds transforming as a result of their deep connection with Eden. Sarah noticed it first in her reflexes, catching a falling vial of alien enzymes with impossible speed. "Zira, I think I'm changing." Zira nodded, her iridescent eyes swirling with new colors. "I feel it too. Our communion with Eden has triggered something within us. We're becoming more." As the days passed, the transformations accelerated. Sarah developed the ability to photosynthesize, drawing energy directly from Eden's twin suns. Zira found she could communicate telepathically with the planet's new hybrid creatures. Together, they discovered they could manipulate the very fabric of reality around them, shaping Eden's landscape with a mere thought. "It's incredible," Sarah marveled as they stood atop a floating mountain, overlooking a valley where rivers of liquid starlight flowed. "But I can't help wondering, are we still ourselves?" Zira took Sarah's hand, their fingers intertwining. "We are more ourselves than we've ever been. We're the bridge between our peoples, between all life in the galaxy. We are Eden's children now." Their moment of reflection was interrupted by a sudden tremor that shook the entire planet. The sky above them shimmered and split, revealing a cosmic anomaly of swirling energy. "A dimensional rift," Zira gasped. "Our transformation must have caught the attention of them." "Them?" Sarah asked, her newly enhanced senses tingling with both fear and excitement. Before Zira could respond, a massive otherworldly vessel emerged from the rift. It was like nothing Sarah had ever seen, a living ship that seemed to be made of pure thought and starlight. A booming voice echoed across Eden, speaking directly into their minds. Children of convergence, your evolution has not gone unnoticed. The cosmic accord awaits. Sarah and Zira exchanged looks of wonder and trepidation. The cosmic accord, Sarah whispered. Zira's eyes were wide with awe. A legend among my people, a council of the most advanced beings in the universe. Sarah, we're being invited to join them. As the living ship descended towards them, Sarah felt a mixture of emotions, excitement, fear, and a deep sense of destiny. She squeezed Zira's hand. Whatever happens next, we face it together. They stepped onto the ship, their bodies shimmering with ethereal light. As they ascended into the cosmos, Eden pulsed below them, a testament to the power of unity and evolution. The ship accelerated, piercing the fabric of space-time. Sarah and Zira found themselves hurtling towards a future beyond imagination, where the boundaries between species, dimensions, and reality itself would be challenged. As they left their transformed world behind, both knew that this was more than just their journey. They carried with them the hopes of two civilizations, the legacy of Eden, and the potential to reshape the very nature of existence. The cosmos opened up before them, infinite in its possibilities. And as they ventured into the unknown, Sarah and Zira knew that their greatest adventure and humanity's ultimate test was only just beginning. Cosmic convergence. As Sarah and Zira's living starship pierced the veil of reality, they found themselves in a realm beyond human comprehension. The cosmic accord's domain was a swirling nexus of pure energy, thought, and possibility. Welcome, children of convergence, a chorus of voices resonated in their minds. Before them materialized beings of pure light, each pulsing with the power of 1,000 suns. Sarah, her transformed mind, now capable of processing this cosmic wonder, spoke first. We come seeking understanding and alliance. A shimmering entity, like a living constellation, addressed them. Your fusion of human ingenuity and architect wisdom has created a new paradigm. The evolution of Eden ripples across the multiverse. Zira stepped forward, her body now a blend of organic matter and living energy. We stand ready to learn and contribute to the cosmic accord. What followed was an exchange of knowledge that spanned aeons in mere moments. Sarah and Zira's minds expanded, touching the very fabric of creation. They witnessed the birth and death of galaxies, the rise and fall of civilizations across countless dimensions. But amidst this cosmic enlightenment, a darker truth emerged. The balance of the multiverse is threatened, the accord revealed. A force of entropy, the void devourers, seeks to unravel the very threads of existence. Your unique symbiosis may be the key to stopping them. Suddenly, alarms blared across the cosmic plane. A rift tore open in the fabric of reality, and through it poured creatures of nightmare, the void devourers. They were anti-life incarnate, their very presence causing dimensions to wither and die. Defend the Nexus, the Accord cried out. The fate of all realities hangs in the balance. Sarah and Zira, their bodies and minds now one with the cosmic energies around them, sprang into action. They wielded the power of creation itself, shaping reality to combat the encroaching darkness. Sarah called upon her human adaptability, constantly evolving their defenses to match the devourer's attacks. Zira utilized the architect's vast knowledge, weaving complex arrays of interdimensional energy to contain the threat. Together, they were a force of nature, two beings from different worlds, now the ultimate expression of cosmic harmony. As the battle raged across realities, Eden itself joined the fray. The planet, guided by Sarah and Zira's connection, sent tendrils of living energy through the cosmos, entangling and neutralizing the void devourers. In a climactic moment, Sarah and Zira joined their consciousnesses not just with each other, but with the entirety of the cosmic accord. Their combined will focused into a single point of infinite potential. For life, for love, for all of creation, they cried out in unison. A blast of pure creative force erupted from their union, washing across the multiverse. The Void Devourers screeched in agony as they were unraveled, their anti-life essence transformed into spawning grounds for new universes. As the cosmic dust settled, Sarah and Zira found themselves back on Eden, forever changed. The planet around them hummed with new life, a microcosm of the reborn multiverse. The voice of the cosmic accord echoed one last time in their minds. You have proven yourselves worthy. The future of cosmic evolution now lies in your hands. Sarah turned to Zira, both of them radiant with the power of creation. So, what's next for us, guardians of the multiverse? Zira smiled, her form shimmering with infinite possibilities. The real adventure is just beginning. We have worlds to explore, civilizations to guide, and a love that transcends the boundaries of space and time. As Eden's twin suns rose on a new cosmic era, Sarah and Zira stood hand in hand, ready to face whatever wonders and challenges awaited them. They were no longer just human and architect. They were the embodiment of unity, the bridge between all forms of life across the vast, beautiful, ever-expanding multiverse. Their story, a testament to the power of love, adaptability, and cosmic harmony, would echo across realities for eons to come. And somewhere, on a distant planet called Earth, a new generation would look up at the stars and dream of the incredible adventures that awaited them in the cosmic ocean. The end was just the beginning, and the universe would never be the same again.